Hello viewers, welcome to May-June 2023 WAEC, also known as WASI, past questions and detailed solution. General Mathematics, Mathematics Core Paper 2, Part 2. This part contains questions 6 to 13 and you are to answer 5 questions in this part, but solution to all the 8 questions are contained in this video. Question 6a, set M is given in this form where n is a counting number. Roman figure 1, write down all the elements in M. Roman figure 2, if a number is selected at random from M, what is the probability that it is alpha part of it multiple of 3, beta part of it factor of 10? Solution: you have the given set, the range of values of n is needed. We have to solve this simple linear inequality. So you have 2n minus 3 less than equal to 37. Transfer minus 3 to the right hand side, it becomes positive. When you add, you have 2n less than equal to 40. Divide both sides by 2, n is less than or equal to 20. The set M is therefore written in this form. So from here, the range of values of n will be from 1 to 20. So set M is equal to this. You have 20 elements. We need to define 2 events, multiple of 3, factor of 10. So let E1 be the event multiple of 3. You come here and you write out all the numbers that 3 can divide. They are the multiples of 3. They are 6 in number. Event E2, factor of 10. All the numbers that can divide 10 in set M, you write them out. They are 4 in number. Alpha part of Roman figure 2, probability multiple of 3 is equal to probability event E1, and that is equal to number of elements in event E1 over number of elements in set M. Set M is the sample space. You have 6 over 20, that is equal to 3 over 10. Then factor of 10, the probability is E2, and that is number of elements in event E2 over total elements in the sample space, that is set M. You have 4 over 20, and that is 1 over 5. Question 6b, a shop owner gave an end of year bonus to 2 of his attendants, Konto and Gapsin, in the ratio of their ages. Konto's age is 1.5 times that of Gapsin, who is 20 years old. If Konto received this amount, find Roman figure 1, the total amount shared. Roman figure 2, Gibson's share. Solution. From the question, Gibson's age is 20 years. Konto's age is 1.5 of Gibson's age. That is 3/2 times 20 equal to 30 years. Ratios of their ages. The name mentioned first in the question comes first. That is Konto. So you have Konto's age ratio Gibson's age. That is 30 ratio 20 equal to 3/2. To share, we need sum of ratio, and that is 5. Konto's share is equal to this. We need Gibson's share. But before that, we need the total amount shared, which can be obtained with the help of information about Konto's amount. Roman figure 1, total amount shared can be obtained using the information about Konto's share. Konto's share is equal to Konto's ratio over sum of ratio times total amount shared. That is 200,000 equal to 3/5 times total amount shared. Multiply through by 5 to clear fraction. To get total amount shared, divide both sides by 3 and you have this as total amount. Roman figure 2, Gibson's share is equal to total amount shared minus Konto's share. That is this total amount minus Konto's share, and you have Gibson's share. Question 7a. The sum of 3 numbers is 81. The second number is twice the first. Given that the third number is 6 more than the second, find the numbers. Solution. Let the first number be s. The second number is twice the first number, that is 2s. The third number is 6 more than the second number, that is adding 6 to the second number. You have 2s plus 6. The sum of the 3 numbers is 81. That is first number plus second number plus third number equal to 81. You open the bracket, s plus 2s, that is 3s plus 2s plus 6 equal to 81. You have 5s equal to 81 minus 6. You transfer plus 6 to the right hand side. You have 5s equal to 75. To get s, divide both sides by 5. S is equal to 15. The numbers are: first number equal to s is 15. Second number 2s becomes 30. Third number 2s plus 6, that is 30 plus 6 equal to 36. Question 7b. Given the points P and Q on the Cartesian plane such that point arrow is the midpoint of PQ, find the equation of the line that passes through arrow and perpendicular to PQ. Solution. Point arrow is the midpoint of the points P and Q. So we have to obtain point arrow using this formula. From here, this is S1, you have Y1. S2, you have Y2. You replace them in the midpoint formula. You have it in this form. You have this result, and that is minus 1, 6. This implies that S is equal to minus 1, Y is equal to 6. That is point arrow. Let the equation of the line be MBY equal to MS plus C. At point arrow, S is minus 1, Y is 6. If you put them in this equation, you have 6 equal to minus M1 plus C. Now, we are going to have two lines. The line from point arrow, then PQ. Let's call this equation 1. Now, we need to get another equation using points P and Q so that we can get the gradient since the two lines are perpendicular. At points P and Q, we have to form another equation using this form, where S1 is 3, Y1 is 5, S2 is minus 5, Y2 is 7. You replace them and you have this result. When you simplify, you have this result. If you reduce the right hand side, you have this result. Multiply through by S minus 3, you have this result. Remember, we are targeting Y equal to MS plus C. At this point, you open this bracket and you transfer minus 5, it becomes plus 5. If you add these two terms, you have 23 over 4. So Y is equal to minus 1 over 4 times S plus 23 over 4 as equation 2. Since both lines are perpendicular, their gradients are equal. If two lines are perpendicular, they have the same gradient. Let's go back to equation 1 and replace M with minus 1 over 4, the gradient of the second line, obtained using points P and Q. From here, we need to find C, the intercept on the y-axis. If you open the bracket, you have this result. Transfer this term to the left side, you have it in this form. When you simplify, you have 23 over 4. The equation that passes point arrow and perpendicular to PQ is this. You simply replace the gradient with minus 1 over 4 times S, then C 23 over 4. Multiply through by 4 to clear fractions. You have it in this form, or you move all the terms to one side and you have 4y plus S minus 23 equal to 0. If you transfer these two terms, their sign will change. Question 8a. Copy and complete the table of values for y equal to 2s squared minus s minus 4 minus 3 less than equal to s less than equal to 3. You have the table of values with some missing y values. B part of the question: using a scale of 2 cm to 1 unit on the x-axis and 2 cm to 2 units on the s-axis, draw the graph of the given function over this range. C. Use the graph to find Roman figure 1 roots of the equation 2s squared minus s minus 4 equal to 0. Roman figure 2 values of s for which y increases as s increases. Roman figure 3 minimum point of y. Solution. A part is to complete the table of values. Already you have the s values, then y. For us to get y, we need to get 2s squared minus s minus 4 is a constant, so you write it under each value of s. Let's compute 2s squared. First, you square minus 3, that is 9, times 2, you have 18, minus 2 squared is 4, times 2, you have 8, and so on. For us to get minus s, you simply come here and multiply each value of s by minus 1. So minus 1 times minus 3, you have 3. Minus 1 times minus 1, you have 1. Minus 1 times 2, you have minus 2. Then minus 4 is there all through because it is a constant. We come here and simply add 18 plus 3, that is 21, minus 4, you have 17. 8 plus 2, 10, minus 4, you have 6, and so on. This is the complete table of values for the given equation. Next thing is to plot the graph of the given equation. B part of the question, we are to plot the graph. This is the given scale in the question. On the x-axis, 2 cm to 1 unit. This graph I'm using, one bus, that is 1 cm, contains 5 lines. So to get 2 cm, you have to combine 2 buses. So from the origin to the end of the second bus is 1. The next 2 buses, 2. You have 3, and so on. But on the y-axis, when you combine 2 buses, you give it 2 units. The next becomes 4, and so on. This scale implies that one line is equal to 0.1 units on x-axis and 0.2 units on y-axis. To get this value from here to here, you have 10 lines. So you divide the number of units by number of lines. That is 1 divided by 10. You have 0.1. If If you come here, you divide 2 by 10, you have 0.2. We plot the first point when s is minus 3, y is 17. After 16, the middle way is 17. This is the point of intersection. You mark that point. Minus 2, 6. When s is minus 2, y is 6. You mark the point of intersection. Minus 1, that is somewhere here. This minus 1 for y, minus 1 for s. This is the point of intersection. You have 0, minus 4. When s is 0, y is minus 4, you mark that point directly on the y-axis. When s is 1, y is minus 3. This is minus 3 for y, then s is 1. This is the point of intersection. When s is 2, y is 2. Somewhere here. When s is 3, y is 11. 11 is in between 10 and 12. So this is 3 for s, 11 for y. You have the point of intersection. Next is to join the points together. Here, all the points are joined together. We move to C part of the question. See Roman figure 1, roots of the equation. The roots are obtained from the point of intersection of the curve with the s-axis. The roots are minus 1.2 or 1.7. Remember that on the s-axis, one line is 0.1 units. So after 1, the next line minus 1.1. The second line where you have the intersection is minus 1.2. Then if you count from 1 to the right, you have 1.7. Roman figure 2, as y increases, the values of s are 2 and 3. We know from here you have decrease. You have decrease, and the increment in y begins from this point where s is 2, then to 3. Roman figure 3, the minimum point of y is minus 4. Don't forget the title of the graph. It is very important. It is simply the equation you are asked to plot. Question 9. The table shows the height of thick trees harvested by a farmer. A part of the question: find the median height. B, calculate correct to 1 decimal place the Roman figure 1 mean, Roman figure 2 standard deviation. Solution: frequency table showing thick trees. We need to prepare a frequency table to ease the solution to the problem. You have the frequency table. The height represents S, number of trees, frequencies. In order to find the median height, we need the sum of the frequencies, and that is 27. To begin, we get the median class. which is equal to summation of frequencies plus 1 divided by 2. You are adding 1 because it is an odd number. So you have 27 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 28 over 2 equal to 14th class. This is where the median height would be found. To continue, keep adding frequency till the 14th class. You come here and add continuously until you get to 14. You add the first 2. 4 plus 6, that is 10, not 14. You add the third one. 10 plus 4 equal to 14. Median class is here. You have to note the last frequency added to get the median class. That frequency is 4, and the height that corresponds to it is 5. Therefore, the median height is equal to 5 meters. B, Roman figure 1, we are to find the mean. The mean for grouped data is obtained using this formula, summation fs over summation f. To get fs, we add this column. 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 4, 24. 4 times 5, 20, and so on. The total is 144. So the mean is equal to 144 divided by 27. That is 5.333, and so on. To 1 decimal place, the mean is approximately equal to 5.3 meters. Roman figure 2 of part B, standard deviation. It can be obtained using this formula. Already we know these parts. We need to get fs square. You get s square first. You come here and square each value. You have this result. You use the frequency column to multiply s squared column to get fs squared. 4 times 9, 36. 6 times 16, 96. 4 times 25, 100, and so on. When you add together, you have 834. You come here and you replace the various terms with what they stand for. Therefore, SD is equal to square root. This is summation fs square over summation f. This is summation fs over summation f all square. If you divide this fraction, you have this result. Divide this fraction and square it, you have 28.44. When you subtract, you have this result. And when you check the square roots, you have 1.56249. To 1 decimal place, the standard deviation is approximately 1.6 meters. Question 10. In a town, Chief S resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 057 degrees from the palace P, while Chief Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees from the same palace P. The residence of S and Y are 180 meters apart. A part of the question illustrates the information in a diagram. B. Find correct to 3SF the Roman figure 1 bearing of S from Y. Roman figure 2 distance between P and Y. Solution. The palace is the reference point. Sheaf S resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 0.57 degrees from the palace. This value is in the first quadrant. So let's draw the palace somewhere here. The given angle is in the first quadrant. From here, you move to the residence of sheaf S. This is sheaf S. The distance is 60 meters. From the same palace, sheaf Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees. This value is in the second quadrant in clockwise direction, that is from the north. If you take it this way, somewhere here is 150 degrees. Let's have sheaf Y somewhere here. Then you can join the distance between sheaf S and Y together, and you have 180 meters given in the question. From here, we can get this angle. From here to this point is 57 degrees. Then from here to this point, 150 degrees. What becomes this angle? That is 150 degrees minus 57 degrees. You have this angle. So that we can compute the distance between P and S. But before then, the bearing of S from Y is needed. From Y, you have to go to Y. So you move from the north to that line that joins S and Y together. That must be 270 degrees plus this other angle. The solution continues. You have the diagram where labeled. I have already explained all you have here. So from here to this point, 0.57 degrees. From here to this point, 150 degrees. To get this angle, you have 150 degrees minus 0.57 degrees. That is 0.93 degrees. This whole side is 180 degrees. So the remaining part must be 0.30 degrees. Here is 60 meters. You have 180 meters. This angle is unknown. It is alpha. This angle is unknown. It is theta. But from here to this line now, from here to here is 0.60 degrees. Why is it so? This quadrant is 90 degrees. If from here to this point is 0.30 degrees, this remaining angle must be 0.60 degrees, which is equal to this angle alternate angles. This is the A part, the diagram. B, Roman figure 1. The bearing of S from Y is going to Y. You start moving from the north to that point that joins S and Y together. That is 270 degrees plus this angle, 60 degrees plus theta. Theta is needed, which can be obtained using sine rule as follows. You have y over sine y equal to p over sine p. Y is 60 meters, angle y is theta, p is 180 meters, angle p is 93 degrees. If you cross multiply and divide both sides by 180, sine theta is equal to this, and you have these results. After division, you have this. To get theta, take the inverse of sine of both sides. You have 19.44 degrees. Therefore, the bearing of S from Y is 270 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 19.44 degrees. That is 349.44 degrees. To 3SF, you have 349 degrees. Roman figure 2, we are to find the distance between P and Y. That distance is denoted by S, that is this side, and it can be obtained either by sine or cosine rule. In order for us to use sine rule, this angle is needed. In fact, for both rules, this angle is needed. In the triangle, two of the angles are already known. If you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You have it in this form, and you have this result. The third angle, alpha, is equal to this, and you have 67.56 degrees. Using sine rule, you have py over sine alpha is equal to sy over sine p. You replace the various sides with what they stand for. If you make S the subject, you have this result. After simplification, you have this. When you divide, you have this result. To 3SF, the distance between P and Y is approximately 167 meters. Let's try the cosine rule. We are to get Py. So you have Py square is equal to sum of squares of the other two sides minus 2 times the products of the other two sides times cosine of the angle facing Py. That is alpha equal to 67.56 degrees. Py is equal to S, you square it. Ps is equal to 60, you square it. Sy 180, you square it, minus 2 times 60 times 180 times cos 67.56 degrees. When you simplify, you have these results, follows by this. To get S, you take the square root of both sides and you have 166.5991. To 3SF, you have 167 meters. The same results obtained when we used sine rule. The same results you have here. Question 11a. Two regular polygons P and Q are such that the number of sides of P is twice the number of sides of Q. The difference between the exterior angle of Q and P is 45 degrees. Find the number of sides of P. Solution. Let the number of sides of polygon Q be n. Then polygon P becomes 2n, twice the number of sides of Q. Each exterior angle of Q is 360 degrees over number of sides of Q. Each exterior angle of P is equal to 360 degrees over number of sides of P. It follows that from the question, exterior angle of Q minus exterior angle of P is equal to 45 degrees. You replace this term with this fraction, you have this result. The second term with the second fraction, you have it in this form. Number of sides of Q is n. You replace the denominator with n, that of P with 2n, then equal to 45 degrees. Multiply through by 2n to clear fractions. You have these results. Next thing is to subtract. You have this. Divide both sides by n and you have 4 sides. Number of sides of P is equal to 2n. That is 2 times 4 equal to 8. So polygon P has 8 sides. Question 11b. The area of a semicircle is 32 pi square centimeters. Find in terms of pi the circumference of the semicircle. Solution. Circumference of semicircle is half times circumference of a circle, 2 pi arrow, and you have pi arrow. Arrow is needed, which can be obtained with the help of the information about the area of the semicircle. Area of semicircle is equal to half times area of a circle pi arrow square. You have 32 pi equal to 1 over 2 pi arrow square. Pi will cancel pi. Multiply through by 2 to clear fraction. You have 64 equal to arrow square. Arrow becomes the square root of 64 equal to 8 centimeters. Therefore, circumference of the semicircle is equal to pi arrow. You have to express your answer in terms of pi. That means you only replace radius with 8. You have pi times 8 equal to 8 pi centimeters. Question 12a. In the diagram, P, Q, R, and S are points on the circle with center O. QR is parallel OS, angle QOR equal to 2M, angle QPR equal to N, and angle SOR equal to 54 degrees. Find the values of M and N. Solution: to find M in triangle QOR, these two angles are needed. But this angle here is equal to 54 degrees, alternate angles. The base angles are equal because OQ is equal to OR. You have these results. You have the reason. In triangle QOR, if you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. You have it in this form and these results. 2M is equal to 180 degrees minus 108 degrees, and that is 72 degrees. Therefore, M is equal to 72 degrees divided by 2, and that is 36 degrees. Also, angle QOR is equal to 2 times angle QPR. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. 2M is at the center, N is at the circumference. Hence, you have 2M equal to 2N, 2 times this angle. Divide through by 2, M is equal to N. Therefore, N is equal to 36 degrees because M is 36 degrees. Question 12b. The length of a rectangle is 4 cm more than the width. If the perimeter is 40 cm, find the area. Solution: let the width equal to W, then the length becomes W plus 4. 4 more than the width, you add 4 to it. Perimeter of rectangle is equal to this. It is given as 40, so you have 40 equal to 2. Bracket open. The length is W plus 4. The width is W. You have 20. If you divide through by 2, you have 20 equal to 2W plus 4. Transfer 4 to the left. You have 20 minus 4 equal to 2W. You have 16 equal to 2W. Divide both sides by 2. W is equal to 8 cm. Hence, the length becomes 8 plus 4, that is 12 cm. Area of rectangle is equal to length times width, that is 12 times 8 equal to 96 square centimeters. Question 13a. In the diagram, the radius of the sector of circle center O is 7 cm and angle MON is 60 degrees. Find correct to 1 decimal place the area of the shaded portion. Take pi equal to 22/7. Solution. In the diagram POMN, there are 3 sectors: PON, PON, NOM, POM, and a triangle OTN. But the shaded region is within the sector NOM and triangle OTN. This analysis is to help you avoid confusion. Therefore, area of shaded portion is equal to area of sector NOM minus area of triangle OTN. Area of sector is given by this formula. You have 60 degrees over 360 degrees times pi times radius square, which is 7 square. You have 1/6 if you reduce this fraction times 22 times 7. 7 square is 49. Divide by this 7, you are left with 7. When you reduce further, you have this result. You divide 22 and 6 by 2. The common factor, you have this result. When you multiply, you have 77/3 square centimeters as the area of sector NOM. Area of triangle OTN is equal to half times base times height. We need to get the base and the height because they are not given in the diagram. From the given diagram, you have this triangle. The radius of the sector, which is the hypotenuse of the triangle, is 7 cm. You have the height and the base. We can use the given angle and the hypotenuse to find the height and the base respectively. Sine 60 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, that is h/7. Multiplied through by 7 to clear fraction, you have this result. In terms of special angle, sine 60 degrees is equivalent to √3/2. Hence, you have 7√3/2 cm. To get the base, we use cosine. Cos 60 degrees equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, that is the base over 7. Multiplied through by 7 to clear fraction, you have this result. So you have 7 times 1/2 is the value for cos 60 degrees, and you have 7/2 cm. Now, area of triangle OTN is simply equal to 1/2 times the base, 7/2 times the height, 7√3/2, and you have this result. Area of shaded portion is equal to area of the sector minus area of triangle. If you convert both fractions to decimal fractions, you have this result. After subtraction, you have this. To one decimal place, the area of the shaded portion is approximately equal to 15.1 square centimeters. Question 13b. The s and y intercepts of a straight line are -3/4 and 2/7 respectively. Find the equation of the line. Solution: when the s and y intercepts are known, the equation of the line can easily be obtained using s over a plus y over b equal to 1, where a is the intercept on s-axis and b intercept on y-axis. So a is the first value, b the second value. You have it in this form. If you divide s by this fraction, 4 will go up. So you have -4s over 3 plus 7y over 2 equal to 1. Multiply through by 6, the LCM of 3 and 2 to clear fractions. You have this result, which can be written in this form. Writing the number that is positive first before the negative number. You can as well transfer 6 to the left hand side, and you have 21y minus 8s minus 6 equal to 0.